Hello everyone! My name is Grace Evelinda Teresiali. I'm from SDH Bangka, and now I'm going to tell you guys a story that I made myself. The title is The Fairy and the Handsome Prince. Enjoy! Once upon a time, there lived a beautiful fairy named Eloise. She was cute and her eyes are so beautiful that attractively catch our eyes to see her. She is a sleepy fairy. Day by day, close to her coronation day, she was poisoned by her siblings because her siblings were kind of jealous of her. And so they prepared a poison which can change a fairy into a human. They invited Eloise to the forest. Eloise agreed to them cluelessly. And after some time, the sisters gave her the potion and she drank it without any doubt. And with any time, she fell down and fainted. She woke up and she found herself in the human world. She was very confused because her wings were gone. She was puzzled, but she intended to stay alive while finding her way back to the kingdom. She went door to door looking for help. And then suddenly there was this man who came to her and asked her if she wanted to be a mailman. She agreed. Days went by and she earned wages to survive the human world. Even though she sometimes delivers the letters to the wrong address because she doesn't know the directions and the addresses in the human world. But she tried her best to do it as much as possible. And one day, she delivered the letters to an outlying area. On the door she knocked. Knock, knock. Anybody there? She got no answer. But then the door opened. Appeared a guy which was hunchbacked and was furry. The guy was shy, so he opened the door only a bit. He peeped out and saw Eloise. He was very amazed by how beautiful Eloise was. Eloise handed him the letter, thought he was the receiver. And the guy just took it without knowing what was in his hands. After she was gone, he realized that the letter doesn't belong to him. So he started to chase Eloise. But Eloise also realized that the terrible guy was chasing her from behind. And the guy shouted, "Hey, hey, the letters! These doesn't belong to me." Eloise started to stop running and face the guy. The atmosphere became quiet and calm suddenly among the trees. The guy started to talk. These letters, they don't belong to me. And Eloise said, "Thank you." And then the guy asked, "May I know your name?" And Eloise replied, "Of course, it's Eloise." Then Eloise went back to the downtown while the guy was staring at her. The guy was pensive on why he became an ugly man. It turns out this man is one of the princes from a very big kingdom. His name is Daniel. Daniel was cursed and expelled by his stepmother, who accused him of killing his half-sister. He felt stressful. Even if he hadn't been cursed, he would have had the courage to approach Eloise. He was very fascinated by how beautiful Eloise was. So he dared himself to go downtown and see Eloise at work. He tried to remember the office where Eloise worked that was written on the envelope. The next day, as Daniel arrived at the downtown, he went to Eloise's office and he saw Eloise standing in front of her office. He went close to her and straightforwardly said, "I gotta see you because I need to know you more," he said. Eloise was stunned after hearing that. And she friendly said, "Of course, but what's your name?" And Daniel answered, "It's Daniel." As time passes by, they got to know each other very well. They walked and went out together. They told each other their stories and why they came to the human world. Turns out, it was all just because of envy and hatred from others and their families. They cried to each other because they were touched. And so on, they became comfortable and started to feel love for each other. And in no time, they were committed of getting married and live together. And based on their true love, suddenly a bright light shone up between them. They became back to their old form. Eloise became back to a beautiful fairy, and Daniel became back to a handsome, dashing prince. They were so amazed by each other's appearance. Their love saved them, and now they can go back to their kingdoms, and they combined two kingdoms, and they were crowned to be king and queen together and lived happily ever after. The end. Thank you everyone for hearing my story. Bye-bye.